And we got to talk about NXT got Kelani Jordan actually going up against our own brand. Oh, y'all, and I apologize about the last time for the trolls that came in here. I should have been a bigger person and brushed it off and, not pay that no mind. So I wish people to hop in here, man. Then I apologize. All right, first person hop on, I'll go ahead and start. Wait for somebody to come up here, I'll start. I got two people up in here. Comment below so I know who you are. And hit the like button if you watch wrestling. But comment below so I know exactly who you are. I'll be having trolls coming up in here and whatnot. So I want to just know who everybody is. If you watch wrestling, comment below right now. Oh, what's up? What's up? What's up? DG23. You watch wrestling? If you're new here, subscribe to my channel. And hit the like button. Well, I guess I'll start since you're here. I want to talk about Kelani Jordan. What I found weird about NXT last night. I know Kelani Jordan, the knockout TNA knockouts on the champion and whatnot, but I just think it's weird they got her actually going up against her own brand. That didn't make sense at all. I don't like that they did that whatnot because we all know NXT, NXT and TNA is having an invasion right now. So it makes zero sense for them to team Kelani Jordan up against her own brand. That just I'm sorry that didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense. So really don't know what side to choose. So I'm doing good. What's up with you, my guy? How you doing? And I want to apologize about yesterday. I had some trolls coming in here, talking shit, running their mouth instead of me being a bigger person and brushing them off. So I want to apologize for that. But I wanna just say that them having Kelani Jordan teaming up against our own brand for NXT, that didn't make sense. That didn't make sense. That didn't make sense at all. So I don't know. Not sure. I think NXT is possibly going to win. I think NXT is going to win. I think they're going to win the invasion. That's what I think anyway. But we gonna see how it all plays out, man. But give me y'all thoughts about it. What do y'all think about it? What do y'all think about Kelani Jordan teaming up against her own brand for this invasion. It don't make sense to me at all. I don't agree with it. Get y'all opinion on it. I don't smoke. I don't smoke, man. But what would be funny, what I think would be interesting, if Kelani Jordan turns on TNA for NXT. I wonder if that could happen. That could possibly happen. I don't know. I could be wrong, but then again, I never know. She could be playing this out like she's teaming up with NXT, but in all reality, she's going to screw them. Part of me thinks she may do that. I don't know. I could be wrong. So you got to go on with that in my chat. I'm here talking about wrestling. Yo, once again, man, this Russell talk over here. This Russell talk. You're in the wrong chat. You're in the wrong chat talking like this. Take those comments elsewhere. So I'm ready to see how this invasion is going to go because what don't make sense is if NXT and TNA have an invasion, why book Kelani Jordan to go up against her own home or her own home company what she wrestled for? That's why part of me thinks that Kelani Jordan is going to screw TNA. Like I said, some people say, why would she do that when she's the champion? Okay, I understand that, but then again, you never know. You never know. I just didn't think it made sense to have her to go against her own hometown. That doesn't make sense. Now I'm cool with her winning the in TNA Knockout Women's World Title. I was cool with that. But to go up against her own stable, nah, that didn't make sense to me. Now the question is, which side am I on? That's a bit of a tough question in a way because Lola Vice is on the NXT side. And you know, Lola Vice is one of my favorite female wrestlers. Kelani Jordan is one of my favorite female wrestlers too, but I like Lola Vice better. So I'm more so leaning towards the NXT side that I'm going to root for. That's what I'm more so leaning towards. Alright, man. I ain't no random news. Let me get you out of here, man. Let me get you on out of here. I tell you, I'm not gonna have that shit on my channel. Ain't got time for that shit. Done told this dude I don't swing that way. He wanna insist on staying on my damn channel, talk talking all that gay shit, man. I done told you I'm not into that. If that's who you are, that's who you are. Get the hell out of my lane with that shit. Let me get back on topic, man. I just had to block him because he won't shut up. So what's up, man? I see four people in here watching. What's up? I mean, y'all just watching my channel in the bushes, or what's up? I mean, what do y'all think about my takes about what I'm saying? I want to hear it. Let's hear it. Let me get everybody's opinion on it. Let me get 20 more people up in here. Two people don't like my video. So what do y'all takes about Kelani Jordan going up against her own brand, NXT, the brand she originally wrestled on? Tell you what, man, when I do these live videos, I just tend to come across some weirdos. Yesterday, trolls come up in here talking shit when I should have ignored them. Now I got a weirdo in here that's, that's straight gay. I have a bunch of weirdos up in here. Hey, what's up, F-Kun? If you're new to my channel, man, subscribe. I'm talking about Kelani Jordan. They having her to, go up against her own stable. That's if you watch wrestling. No, do I smoke? That's what you mean? I don't smoke, man. I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I don't get high. I can't get high because I smoke. All right, that's what's up. Then subscribe to my channel, my guy. I surely appreciate it. Who's your favorite wrestler? Oh, I have plenty. Well, as far as my male favorite wrestlers are Sting, Bret Hart, Christian White, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, Ricky the Dragon, Steamboat, Jake the Snake Roberts, Ultimo Dragon, Undertaker, Kane, Junkyard Dog, and Coco Beware. I don't have no new current favorite male wrestlers. I mean, I got some current male wrestlers that I like, but they just don't do it for me as being my favorite because I prefer the legends as my favorite. What's going on, Devon Daly? As far as my favorite female wrestler, I have way more. I have a lot more. But I call out those are my 12 favorite wrestlers as far as the male. The female wrestlers, I have a lot too. Yeah, I have a lot. But I just call out some of them. Who I like right now? Roman Reigns. I like Roman. I like Jay Uso. But yeah. So like I said before, yeah, so like I said, I don't have no new current favorite wrestlers. The new current wrestlers, like I said, they just don't do it for me as being my favorites. I prefer the legends as my favorite wrestlers. And I more so love old school wrestling too. Now, as far as the female wrestlers, I have a lot of favorites, current favorites. Alexa Bliss is my top favorite female wrestler. So far as my favorite female wrestlers is Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Natalia, Trish Stratus, Tiffany Stratton, um, Nikita Lyons, Carmen Petrovic, Io Sky, Kyrie Sane, Oscar. Oh yeah, Mickey James, Roxanne Perez, Lola Vice, Zelina. I have a lot. And then as far as AEW, Tony Storm, she one of my favorites. Anna Jay, Julia Hart. I have a lot of favorites. They're a lot. It's a shitload, man. It's a shitload. But yeah. Who was that? Devon Daly. But yeah, man. What's up? I'm glad you here, man. I didn't get an answer from anybody else. But what did you take on them having Kelani Jordan to go up against their own brand? I think that was weird. They should have just kept her out of there. Cause how they're gonna have NXT. I think I know who you're talking about, Devon Daly. I gotta see what she looks like. I probably do like her. I know I like Nina Shiket, whatever her name is. She's in AEW. She's a Japanese wrestler. She's in, I forgot her name, Nina Shiket something. I don't want to pronounce her last name wrong, but I love her too. So yeah, I don't know, man. I think that was stupid. You said John Mox is the goat. Well, I don't feel the same way you do, but I mean, like I said, you're entitled to your own opinion about John Moxley being the goat. I mean, that you're entitled to on your opinion, so I'm not going to say he's not, because I see that's who you like. I see you're a fan of. I see you've been a fan of Dean Ambrose. I see that. I see you're a fan of Dean Ambrose. So that's what's up then. Okay, so he's been your favorite over a decade. Yeah, it's the same thing I said. They should have just kept her out of that equation. They should have just kept her out. Why would they have her team up against her own brand? Despite her being the TNA Knockout Women's Champ, I just think that was a weird decision. I think that was weird. That was stupid. But what if Kelani Jordan screws TNA? Like I said, I don't think she's probably going to do that because she's the champion. We're going to get that don't mean shit. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm trying not to be all over the place, but I think that's probably what's going to happen. Seth Rollins being top three all time. Okay, I know WWE by TNA. I know that. I know that. But that's why they're working together. Of course, I knew that. Yeah, I agree with that, Devon Daly. I agree. I'm like, they should just kept her out of the equation, man, and just have her defend the title on TNA Wrestling because she's the TNA Women's Champion. John Cena's last match is going to be against AJ Styles. I thought you would know that. I mean, AJ Styles did also mention John Cena on Monday Night Raw. Apparently, you didn't watch it. And it has been trending on social media that everybody wants to see John Cena versus, yeah, it's been trending on Twitter that everybody wants to see AJ Styles versus John Cena. Are you calling me a dummy? Because I was just trying to correct you. I mean, everybody knew about AJ Styles versus John Cena. It was trending on social media. Okay, but who you calling a dummy though? That's what you just okay. You just said that. You just said that. You just said that. You actually just you answered your own question, and you calling me a dummy. But okay, I'm not gonna argue tonight. I'm not gonna argue tonight. I ain't got I don't have time for that. Anyway, Devon D, let me see your comment. Then who was his last match then? Cause I could have sworn that's what they said. Okay, okay, all right, man. Anyway, I think NXT is gonna win because I think Kelani Jordan is gonna screw TNA. I just see it playing out that way. Okay, if Kun, whatever your name is, okay, all right, yeah. I know who you talking about. Now I know who Alondra Blaze is, and I know who the other one is. I know who they are. Yeah, they did have great chemistry. I remember when Paige tried to call out Alondra Blaze a long time ago. Yeah, yeah. I think Kelani Jordan is going to screw TNA. So yes, if they're going to book it that way, then it will make perfect sense for Kelani Jordan to screw the TNA brand because that's not her hometown. That's not her home show where she wrestles for. Because I know somewhere down the line, TNA is going to screw Kelani Jordan out of the women's world title. As much as I hated to say that, as much as I hated to say that, Kelani Jordan is going to get screwed out of the TNA Knockouts Women's title. But either way, she's not going to have to win the NXT Women's Championship to get called up to the main roster because she done won the big one. She done won the big one. The TNA Knockouts Women's World title, that's the women's heavyweight title. So she don't have to win the NXT Women's Championship because she's already done achieved the big one. She already done won the big one. She already done achieved the women's world title. She done achieved the TNA Knockouts Women's World title. So she don't have to win the NXT Women's title now. She done won the big one by winning the TNA Knockouts Women's World title. Hey, what's up, Sherry? Subscribe to my channel if you're new here. So it would make perfect sense for Kelani Jordan to do that. Cause I thought they would keep her out of it when they got but when Santino Morales called. Oh, Bret, man, yeah, man, Bret Hart is my number one WWF. No, Bret Hart is my number one WWF top favorite wrestler. Ain't go against Bret Hart for nobody in WWF. Bret Hart, the greatest technical wrestler of all time, man. I said what I said. Nobody gonna tell me different. Nobody ain't gonna. I'm not up for a debate. I mean, I know people gonna have a different opinion, but nah, Bret Hart is the greatest technical wrestler of all time. I got a feeling she's going to drop the title. Not right now. She's not. Not right now. Not right now. She don't need to drop it right now. I hope they don't give her a short title run. No, I don't have to say so over. I don't have to say so over WWE. So I hope they don't have her to drop it shortly. I don't smoke, man. Yeah, Owen Hart. Yeah, Owen Hart. Yeah, absolutely. Owen Hart. He ain't one of my favorite wrestlers, but I have liked him. I like Bret Hart by himself. Like Father Hart Foundation. Don't get me wrong. I did like Owen Hart. Now Father Hart Foundation. Don't get me wrong. I did like Jim Danville, Nightheart, Owen Hart, British Bulldog, and Brian Pillman, but I like Bret Hart better than all of them. I like Bret Hart by himself. Once again, they go against Bret Hart for nobody in WWF. Ain't go against for nobody in WWF. Now, far as Sting, when he went to WCW, Sting is my number one WCW top favorite wrestler. So I didn't go against Sting for nobody in WCW. But I like Sting and Bret Hart equally. Both of them are my top two favorite wrestlers. I like both of them equally. When they had matches in WCW against each other, I didn't care who won. It was a win-win for me. It was a coin toss. It was a toss-up. I didn't care who won. It was a win with me because I like Sting and Bret Hart equally. Both of them are my top two favorites. Do you think TNA is going to keep her? No. Why would TNA keep her? I mean, Kelani Jordan is originally on the TNA, is on the NXT brand, so she's eventually going to have to drop the TNA Women's Knockout Championship. I'm prepared for that. My favorite version of Sting is the Surfer Sting. Surfer Sting is my favorite version of Sting. Like when I used to play with Sting on the WWE 2K 16 game, the WWE 2K17, and WWE 2K19 game, I always played with the Surfer Sting. I always played with the Surfer Sting. I got the Surfer Sting action figure right now, man. I got like two of them. He open. Where he at? Where he at? I got him right now. There's one of them right here. One of them right here. Yeah. The Great American Bash Sting is one of my favorite versions right here. This is the one when he wrestled Ric Flair in 1990 at Great American Bash and won the WCW World Title for the first time. I got another one in here. Till I got three. I got this one too. I got this one. And hold on, I got another one. I got a WCW Galoob Surfer Sting that I had when I was a kid. That is my favorite. That is my favorite Surfer Sting action figure. The WCW Galoob Surfer Sting. Hold on. Hold up. Where's he at? Let's just find it. But yeah, I got another Surfer Sting too. It's the WCW Galoob Surfer Sting that I had when I was a little kid. That is my top favorite Surfer Sting action figure. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. I think so too. But Kelani Jordan is one of my favorite female wrestlers. You know, I don't want to see her lose the title, but I know eventually she is going to have to give up the NXT, I mean the TNA Knockouts Women's World Championship because she's originally on the NXT brand. So I'm already preparing myself for it. I'm already prepared for it. I'm already prepared. I'm already prepared for her to drop the title. So I'm prepared. I'm prepared. Yeah, I already know what's going to happen. And Andy Hartwell didn't like it when she won the TNA Knockout Women's Championship anyway. I saw the look on her face when she had to raise Kelani Jordan's hand as the new. Yeah, I saw that Andy Hartwell didn't like that Kelani Jordan won the TNA Knockout Women's Championship. I saw the look on her face. Yeah, she didn't like that. Yeah, she didn't like that. Kelani Jordan is extremely versatile. Yes, she is. Yes, Kelani Jordan. She's very agile. She's very she has great flexibility. She has great flexibility. But I want her to keep it for quite a while. I just don't think it made sense for them to have her to go up against her own her own brand. But like I said, I just don't. Part of me just don't see Kelani Jordan leading the TNA company to victory when she's originally when she's on the NXT brand. Why would she why would she lead another company to victory that she's not really on? That don't make sense. Or she may play it off like she was hurt or something like that. But no, I think either way, I think Kelani Jordan is going to purposely screw TNA out of winning. Either she's going to act like she was hurt and couldn't get back into the match, or she's just going to purposely screw them and let them know that she did it on purpose. I think that would be a better choice to let them know that she did it on purpose, to let them know who she really stands with. That's how I think it's going to go down. Yeah, I know. He's probably going to win it too. I think he's going to be the guy to the. Yeah, I think he's going to win it too. I think Mustafa Ali is going to win the North American NFC Championship. Yeah, I think he's going to win. I think the same night when Kelani Jordan screws. Hold on. I think the same night when Kelani Jordan screws TNA out of winning against NXT. I think the same night that Mustafa Ali is going to win the NFC North American Championship. And I love when Zelina Vega and Tiffany Stratton Russell in the ring. They got good chemistry together. Yeah, they do. They do. Absolutely. Great chemistry. Tiffany Stratton, man, Tiffany Stratton can mix it up with anybody. A lot of people, I know a lot of people be hating on Tiffany Stratton, saying she's trash and all that kind of, man, get out of here with that. Miss me with that shit. They've been shitting on her title run too, saying she's born. You know what I hope? I hope Tiffany Stratton surpassed Bianca Belair title reign. Just for me to see these wrestling fans have a down meltdown about it. Because Bianca Belair title reign was born. But all these fans, Bianca Belair title reign was born. But when people like me said this, we hating on Bianca Belair. We racist. We don't want to see a black woman be champion. All kinds of stupid shit. Because a lot of these wrestling fans are sensitive when it comes to these black female wrestlers. Now when Bianca Belair was champion, when Bianca Belair was women's world champion for 420 days, and I said her reign was boring, including other wrestlers said that her title reign was when Bianca Belair was women's world champion when Bianca Belair was women's world champion for 420 days, when I said her title reign was boring, and other wrestling fans said her title reign was boring, we were hating on her. I'm a racist. They're racist. I don't want to see a black woman be champion. I already see a white woman be champion, all that kind of shit. I don't want to I'm putting a black woman down. Unlike Jade with no ring awareness. So yeah. So I ain't got time for that shit, man. Whatever. The Hardy Boys are going for tag. Yeah, I know. They're gonna face the Dilly Boys. That's gonna be a great epic match. The Dudley Boys, the Hardy Boys got great tag team chemistry in the ring. Their matches always went either way back in the day. Well, so yeah, man. All this Tiffany Stratton hate. I hope she surpassed Bianca Belair title reign, just for me to see these fans have a down meltdown about it and throwing a temper tantrum. Somebody asked a question, put that post up and asked the question, do we want to see Tiffany Stratton surpass Bianca Belair title reign? Of course I said hell yeah, because I'm a massive fan of Tiffany Stratton. I'm not the biggest fan of Bianca Belair. So you're damn right I want to see Tiffany Stratton surpass Bianca Belair title reign. So when somebody posted that and asked that question, these sensitive these sensitive wrestling fans start throwing the race card at them. That'd be a good one too, Sherry. So wrestling fans are just sensitive, man. At this point, they're just sensitive. I mean, everything about race, when you say a white female wrestler or any other non-black female wrestler is better than the black female wrestler, they want to make it about race. And in all honesty, they're more sensitive about the black female wrestlers than they are the male wrestlers. They're more sensitive about the black female wrestlers than they are the black male wrestlers. Yeah, Bianca Belair's a cool person. I've seen how she act outside of the ring. Bianca Belair's a very cool person, and I respect the hell out of her. Not the biggest fan of Bianca or whatever, but I will say I respect her as a person. Definitely respect her as a person, and she's liked by everybody. So I don't have a dislike for her, but I'm not a fan of Bianca. Bianca Belair had a born title reign for 420 days, and we had to put up with it. So hey, I wouldn't mind seeing Tiffany Stratton be women's world champion for 430. Hell, I would love to see it. I bet you I would love for her to surpass Bianca Belair title reign for over 420 days. I would love to see Tiffany Stratton surpass Bianca Belair title reign for over 420 days. I don't know. They might, Sherry. They might. It's a strong possibility. It's going to go either way for sure. You know what I mean? So, like I said, then another thing. People have been talking about. I've been meaning to call out the match. I've been meaning to call out Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill versus Nia Jax. That match was awful. Tiffany Stratton tried to do her part, but that match was awful. Jade Cargill didn't make it any better. Jade Cargill didn't make it any better wrestling like she didn't want to be there. And Nia Jax, of course, you know what I'm saying, was awful. She hurt Jade Cargill, injured Jade Cargill. She injured her eye. She busted her open and injured her eye. And said she wasn't going to apologize about it. I did a video about that on my page. Y'all check it out. It's called Nia Jax is a hypocrite because she is a hypocrite. Because she talk about how people dump on her all the time, how she wrestles unsafe, but saying nobody never came to her defense when T Straight accidentally, bust her face open with that drop kick. Because we all know Tiffany Stratton is not known for hurt. She doesn't have a history for hurting people like Nia Jax. Why do you think Bret Hart was so pissed off at Goldberg for ending his career in 1999 at Starcade? And you got fans up here offending that shit, defending her. What's it going to take for Nia Jax to hurt one of these wrestlers to the point where she end their career and they can't no longer compete again because of her? Then what? Then what? Alexa Bliss would definitely elevate the women's U.S. title. See, Alexa Bliss need a mid-card women's title. Alexa Bliss women's world title days, those days are over. As far as I know, Alexa Bliss is not winning no more singles women's championship. So I'm eventually over it. I'm over it. It's not gonna happen. She done had her days as women's world champion when she was the Raw Women's champion and the SmackDown Women's champion. Those days are over. She's not winning another singles title. So I'm over it. I'm done talking about it. Now, there's a 50% chance she possibly could, and I would love to see that, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I think it's over. I think she's no longer winning any more singles championship, but I definitely want to see her win her first mid card women's championship because it will be something new and improved that she's never won before, and that will also make her an official Grand Slam champion. So, with that being said, I definitely want to see Alexa Bliss dethrone Gulia for the Women's United States Championship. But this all could happen if her and Charlotte Flair lose the titles and she turns on Charlotte. Because I do want to see her turn on Charlotte. But that don't mean I want her to drop the women's tag team championships just to see her turn on Charlotte. Nah. I'm gonna let it play out. For the meantime, I'm going to support her women's championship tag team title run, although I don't like the person that she's tag team partners with. I don't like the fact that you know what I'm saying, I don't like the fact that she's, you know what I'm saying, tag team champions with Charlotte Flair. But I'm gonna just let it play out just like I said. Keep Charlotte in the mid card cause she's too robotic. Yeah. Yeah, you could be right, Kevin. Possibly. That's a part. Hey, Kevin, if you're new to my channel, man, subscribe to my channel. Yeah, if you're new to my channel, Kevin, subscribe to my channel and turn on my notification button so you won't miss my videos. I love doing live videos talking about wrestling. I love doing short clip videos too, giving my takes about all the wrestlers that I like and that are my favorites. And of course, I do regular videos. I just recently did a video about Nia Jax. Check it out on my video page and comment below and let me know your thoughts about my video, my takes on Nia Jax. We can agree to disagree, long as you don't come at me being smart. So yeah, so if you're new to my channel, Kevin, subscribe to my channel, my guy. I like Mike Santana. Okay, that's what's up. So yeah, man, I want to see Alexa Bliss dethrone Gulia for the Women's United States Championship, and I also want to see Liv Morgan dethrone Becky Lynch for the Women's IC title. But like I said, I don't know when the Liv Morgan is coming back. But I do want to see Liv Morgan. I did say I want to see Bayley dethrone Becky Lynch for the Women's World Title, and Bayley could do it. But when Liv Morgan returns, I want to see a strong heated feud with Alexa Bliss and not Alexa Bliss, but Liv Morgan and Bayley. And I want to see Alexa Bliss win the Women's World Title. Yeah, when Liv Morgan and Bayley go at, I want to see Liv Morgan be the person to dethrone Bayley for the women's world title in a great match. Yeah, I remember LAX. Yeah, I remember them. Oh, Big Hernandez. That man, he was freaky strong. He was freaky strong. Yeah, he is. Devon Daly. So what y'all think, man? Y'all with me? Or y'all? He wrestled for TNA, Sherry. Matter of fact, he was on NXT last night. He a Puerto Rican dude. Well, I'm pretty sure you know that his last name is Santana. If you know, why you asking? Anyway, see, I think Kelani Jordan is going to screw TNA. Just no fucking way she's gonna let her own wrestling company where she wrestled from lose. So Kelani Jordan versus let's see, Kelani Jordan versus Deanna. Kelani Jordan versus Deanna Perrazzo would Kelani Jordan versus Deanna Perrazzo would be a great title defense match for Kelani Jordan. I apologize. I just like it. Thank you. That's what's up. I appreciate that, Sherry. Subscribe to my channel and turn on my notifications so you won't miss my live videos. Yeah, I love talking about wrestling. Oh man, yes sir, man. Rey Mysterio and Ultimo Dragon are two of my favorites. Those two had great chemistry in WCW. Man, I was watching their matches last night. Devon Dilly. Yeah, Rey Mysterio and Ultimo Dragon are definitely two of my favorites. Rey Mysterio, man, he one of the kind. And Ultimo Dragon was very underrated. Somebody said, I forgot somebody tried to say Ultimo Dragon was a terror. I like, man, you don't get the fuck out of here with that dumb shit, bro. Ultimo Dragon was one of the most underrated wrestlers in WCW. One of the most underrated Japanese wrestlers in WCW, man, by far. I remember when Ultimo Dragon beat Fit Finley and William Regal. He beat both of them before tapped them out. Ultimo Dragon was underrated. One of the best one of the best Japanese one of the best Japanese cruiserweight wrestlers of all time in WCW. Not only he was a great high flyer, he was a great striker, and he had that martial arts background. That's what made him so hard to beat. That's what made Ultimo Dragon so hard to beat. Not only he was a great wrestler, he was a great high flyer. He also he was a great striker, and he had that he was a martial arts, you know what I'm saying, expert. He was a great high flyer. He was a great wrestler. He was a great high flyer. He was a great striker, and he was a martial arts expert. Ultimate Dragon, man, Ultimate Dragon was awesome. Used to love seeing Ultimate Dragon wrestle when I was little. He was definitely one of my favorite wrestlers. And not was, he still is one of my favorite wrestlers. Yeah, I watched two of Ultimate Dragon matches last night. The ones I just talked about when I said he beat Fitz Finley and William Regal. I watched both of those Ultimate Dragon. I watched both of those Ultimate Dragon matches last night when he wrestled Fitz Finley and beat Fitz Finley, and he beat William Regal for I think the television title. I think I'm from North Carolina, man. S.A. Reels was underrated too, but I wasn't the biggest fan of S.A. Reels. That's who Lita first started out with. See, a lot of wrestling fans don't know that. A lot of wrestling fans, see, I go way back with wrestling. A lot of wrestling fans don't know that Lita started out with S.A. Reels. A lot of these new age wrestling fans that started watching wrestling during the Ruthless Aggression era, they thought Lita started out with the Hardy Boys when she really didn't. A lot of these wrestling fans that started watching wrestling during the Ruthless Aggression era and PG era, a lot of them think Lita started out with the Hardy Boys you know what I'm saying, when she really didn't. She started out with S.A. Rio, and S.A. Rios were treating her bad, and the Hardy Boys they beat them up. They beat them up. You know, S.A. Rios kept treating her bad, and she turned on S.A. Rios and the Hardy Boys. They beat him up real bad. I think they knocked one of his teeth out. They beat him up bad. They beat the shit out of him, and they knocked his teeth out, I believe. They beat him up real bad. And that's when Lita officially joined the Hardy Boys and became an epic player. She became an epic player. Yeah, right. She did. She did. But see, I didn't watch ECW like that. But you're right. She actually did. I went into ECW like that. I didn't even know what channel it came on, but I actually watched it one time. I actually caught it. Seemed like it. I don't know. I watched it one time though because that's when I first discovered Rhino. Not just Rhino. Also first discovered RVD. Also first discovered Sabu, RVD, and New Jack. New Jack too. But I first discovered Rhino there. But Chris Boy and Eddie Grill came from ECW. But see, I didn't watch ECW back in 93, 94. I didn't watch it because ECW been out for years. But that's what Benoit, that's what Chris Boy, Eddie Grill, Rey Mysterio, all of them came from, including Chris Jericho and them. And I guess you were youngin', Kevin. Yeah, man, I've been watching wrestling since '91, way before you were thought of. I've been watching wrestling since '91. I'm an '80s baby, but I grew up in the '90s. Yeah, I was an '80s baby, but you know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. I grew up in the '90s. That's when I started watching wrestling. I started watching wrestling in '91. So I was 4 years old. That's when I first discovered Bret Hart. You know what I'm saying? Macho Man, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, and all that. Because I first watched WWF before I watched WCW. Then when I first watched WWF, then I watched WCW. After that, that's when I first discovered Sting and Ric Flair and all them. But Sting is the one who caught my eye in WCW. Sting is my number one WCW top favorite. I didn't go against Sting for nobody in WCW. And Bret Hart is the one who caught my eye in WWF. Bret Hart is my number one WWF top favorite. I didn't go against Bret Hart for nobody in WWF. But Perry Saturn, yeah, Perry Saturn was underrated. He was. Have you seen how Perry Saturn look now, Devon Daly? Do you know what he looked like? You know what Perry Saturn look like now? Or have you already seen him? Man, Perry Saturn is damn near frail. He is small. You know, Perry Saturn used to be Jack back in the day. Yeah, man, I remember all Sting and Vader matches, man. They had some great matches. They had some great matches. I hate when Sting lost matches in WCW. I remember when Vader beat Sting for the WCW championship and broke his neck and put him out. I was mad as hell. I was pissed. Ain't like when Sting lost matches, but I eventually had to realize, man, Sting ain't gonna win them all. Sting ain't gonna win them all. I had to realize. I was the same way Bret Hart. I didn't like when Bret Hart lost matches in WWF. Like I said, once again, I had to realize Bret Hart ain't gonna win them all. I had to realize that as a kid. Yeah, Sting and Bret Hart, my top two favorites. I like both of them equally. I didn't go against Sting and Bret Hart for nobody. Oh, you like WCW mid card talent? Okay. Well, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio are three of my favorites, and they were mid cards in WCW. Yeah, Sting, Bret Hart, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio were mid cards in WCW, and they also are three of my favorites. Yeah, man. Let me tell you something, man. Those mid card matches be the best D-Bond deal. I'm trying to tell you something, man. When you got two mid carders wrestling for the IC title or the United States Championship, man, don't matches cook. They cook. They be cooking, man. I get fed a full course meal watching the mid card matches. I'm telling you, man, they don't the mid card title matches, man. They be the best. Like Bret Hart versus Roddy Piper at WrestleMania 8 for the IC title. One of my top favorite Bret Hart. No, my top favorite Bret Hart match. I know wrestling script. I know that. I know that. But I'm still a wrestling fan though. Chris Jericho, he ain't one of my favorites, but I started liking Chris Jericho in 2000. But to me, the best version of Chris Jericho is the 2002 Chris Jericho. That's when he was at his peak because he became the undisputed champion. That's just my opinion in my book. But I like the two. Chris Jericho is one of my favorites, but I love the 2002 Chris Jericho. How many states are you registered as sex offender? Bye J Gill, bye J Gill, bye. You know, getting rammed while walk. Anyway, uh, so yeah, man. So yeah, I think Kelani Jordan is gonna screw TNA. It would make sense for her to do it because why would she lead that team to victory? It just don't make sense. enough already. They fucked up another call by Lola Vice not winning the TNA, not the TNA, but the NXT Women's Championship. But it's cool now, man. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. I just had to bring that back up to the equation because it's not going to make sense if Kelani Jordan leads TNA to victory against her own brand that she wrestled for and always have wrestled for. Man, I can go way back for the mid card champions. Like I said, Bret Hart versus Roddy Piper at WrestleMania 8. That's my top favorite Bret Hart match. And that was for the IC championship. Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect for the IC title. Another one of my favorite Bret Hart matches for the mid card women's championship. Hell, Rick Rude versus Ultimate Warrior for the IC title. That was a great match. Rick Rude ain't one of my favorites, but I did always like Rick Rude. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Macho Man for the IC title. Man, that match was gold. And Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is one of my favorites. I ain't gonna pay you no mind this time, man. I ain't gonna pay you no mind. Okay, whatever. I'm not even gonna block you. I'm not even gonna block you. Anyway, y'all. But yeah, like I said, bro. I think Kelani Jordan is yeah. That's what I think gonna happen. I just I can't see her screwing over TNA. I mean screwing over NXT. I don't see that. I'm weak. Oh, okay, 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 okay. I ain't gonna argue with you, man. I'm not gonna argue with you. I ain't gonna argue with you. Get a life. You ain't got a life. I ain't gonna argue with you this time. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm gonna just ignore you. I know lame people like you. But anyway, yeah, man. I'm about to shut this thing down anyway. I see I got a troll up in here, but it's okay. I'm not gonna pay him. I'm not even gonna block you. I'm not even gonna block you. I'm not even gonna block you, bro. So Devon Daly, let me ask you, bro. Who do you think? Do you think that what the fuck is her name? I like to say her name. Damn, I like to say her name, bro. Um, shit, forget it. I just said her name. I done forgot her damn name. But I guess I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down, man. I done forgot what I'm about to say, but yeah, my prediction is Kelani Jordan is going to screw TNA. She's going to screw TNA out of winning against NXT, and I thought she did. I thought she did. I didn't watch all the NXT. Did I know Lola Vice addressed that? Didn't she? I didn't see it. See, I didn't see that. I gotta see that. I gotta see that. They still did her dirty though, man. But I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. And it seems to me Lola Vice is over it. So I gotta see that. I gotta see that. I mean, she still could have won the should have won the title in her hometown, and then we did a feud with her in then we did a feud with her in Langley Reed. Did I say her name right? Langley Reed. I don't like pronouncing people's name wrong. Lola Vice could have won the title at No Mercy in her hometown. Then they could have got a strong heated feud with Langley Reed, and she could face Lola Vice for the NXT World Title. Okay, okay, good. Making sure I got it right. Okay, making sure I said her name right, bro. My thing is, bro, it's gonna just be fucked up if Lola Vice never wins the NXT Women's title. And a lot of people saying the same thing. They're doing Jada Parker the same way. A lot of people saying they were doing Jada Parker the same way. So yeah, but so yeah. Anyway, so yeah. So I wonder how long. Oh, y'all love Fallon Henry, my guy. Fallon Henry, one of my favorites. Fallon Henry, one of my favorites. He's another person that I see that's gonna capture the NXT Women's Championship. Well, I tell you what I know is gonna happen. I definitely know that Fallon Henry is gonna turn on Jackie James. I know that. I know that for a fact. Well, you funny as shit. I'm gonna pay you no mind though. Yeah, keep talking, keep talking. I'm gonna pay you no mind tonight. I'm not paying no mind, Devon Billy. I'm not gonna pay his ass no mind. I'm not paying his ass no mind. I'm not gonna pay him no mind. I ain't gonna pay him no mind. You see him laughing at it. I've been watching all his comments. I've been watching every last of. I've been watching every last bit of it, and I'm not gonna block him. I've been watching every last bit of his comments. I'm ignoring his ass enough. I'm ignoring. I'm be the bigger person. Now what this dude calling me with me? I ain't gonna pay him no mind. I ain't gonna pay him no mind. I've been watching all his comments. I'm not gonna pay him no mind. Yeah, those are cold for you. Cold, I'm not gonna shut up. I'm not gonna pay him no mind. Yeah, let's finish doing this live. You hear me now? Devon Billy, you hear me now? Okay, okay, okay. Can you hear me now, Devon Billy? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Devon Billy? All right, okay. Appreciate it, appreciate it. That's what this phone was enough. Okay, okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, they all got a plan till they get punched in the mouth, just like you. They all got a plan till they get. Yeah, people like you got a plan till they get punched in the mouth. But I'm not. But I'm be the bigger person and ignore you. I appreciate it, Devon Billy. Okay, all right. Let's keep this video going. I'm about to shut it down in a little bit, my guy. What's wrong, man? Why you telling me what your mama didn't give you enough attention or something when you were the kid? Yeah, your mama didn't give you enough attention. That's why you're in a cat when you're now. What's the matter? Your mama didn't give you enough attention or something? Your mama and daddy didn't give you enough attention when you were the kid. Why you coming for me for? Why you coming for me? Where's your issue with me, man? You see it's laughable, but still, I mean, what's the problem? Your mama and daddy didn't give you enough attention? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not worried about his ass. I'm not worried about his ass. I guess I'm assuming his mama didn't give him enough attention. Man, let me see this video, man. Man, look, okay, man, whatever, whatever. I'm about to see other issues, man. So I see you not gonna shut up. So I'm a little bigger person. You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. Kelani Jordan, yeah, Angel Heart World. That's who I look for. Angel Heart World. Angel Heart World. Um, yeah, I think Angel Heart World and Kelani Jordan have this feeling. That's who I think have this feeling. Kelani Jordan and Angel Heart World. You know, Angel Heart World is part of KLA. She definitely didn't like it when Kelani Jordan won the KLA knockout in the first because she had a KLA game. And of course she didn't like it. She definitely didn't win Kelani Jordan's hand. This was Kelani Jordan, the same as it. Andy Hunt was the first and very second touchdown. Andy Hunt was the KLA knockout in the second. But after they built the heaven for a first like two or 3 years. You know, really, but you say, when you're playing with something, or you're playing with them, they don't know, no good. You're good, but you're playing in one time that section, playing, really enough for no reason. Okay, you play. You play. You want to push it in. What is it? Look at the time. Anyway, I'm going to shut this thing down. Yeah, definitely take the little journey of passing down training to a low and really to get there. And we're going to do the thing for doing on the track and share the track and video and everything. And thanks everybody that joined our live video that was on my live stream and gave their take about what I was talking about. And for the ones that wish to my channel, subscribe to my channel. And with that being said, thanks for being here.